Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's having a good day today. Maybe listening to me on a lunch break or something. Who knows? Or maybe you're just sitting at home, just chilling out, about to roll up, maybe. Who knows? I hope you're all doing well, though. I hope you're all safe and happy out there. Never can tell, though, because of obviously what England is like currently. Has everyone been keeping up with everything going on in Iran? You should be. It's coming to England. In fact, it's already here. 2 minutes now until we can start the show. We are live on TikToks and the YouTubes, so they're both rolling a little bit early. But the recorded version, that is not started yet, because obviously I like to start that properly, sensibly, you know. There you go. I've been to the gym today, so I am a little bit phlegmy, you know, a bit nasty, a bit goopy. Purely because it's just, I don't know. I don't know how else to word it other than that. Right, we are at 12:30. We're ready for this. So welcome everyone. This is DPR News. I'm Dick Payne, and let's have it. Let's have some news. You know, why should we, you know, waste time with little silly jokes, little silly Billy jokes? What's the point when we can get some news? Yes, we love some news, don't we? Somebody is saying hello, brother, on the YouTube's live stream, and I'd like to say hello, brother, back. Hello. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're keeping yourself busy. I hope you're behaving, and if you're not behaving, I hope you don't get caught. Congratulations if you're not behaving. Well done. Okay, let's jump in with some news. We have. Oh, hang on. What's going on there? My laptop's already giving me nonsense, I think. It's already. I'm hoping it hasn't disconnected from the Wi-Fi. That's usually what happens. This laptop goes for about 10 minutes, disconnects from the Wi-Fi, and then. How are you? I'm from Indonesia. Well, good to see you, mate. Good to have you here from Indonesia. I hope you enjoy the show, and you know, maybe hope you learn something. It's good on you. So glad to have you here. So the US has said that it's considering asylum for British Jews And I have to say that that absolutely makes sense. Jews in Britain aren't safe. We've seen this multiple times, um, from residents of the UK in Birmingham, in Manchester, and not even just the residents of the UK. The police in the UK as well have made it abundantly clear that they are willing to throw the Jews under the bus to appease the Muslims in Britain. We all saw what happened with the football game, and the police have admitted that they made up a lot of stuff to appease the Muslims. They even went as far as to create AI fake videos of the Jews misbehaving in order to appease the Muslims, because they're absolutely terrified of the Muslims getting out of hand. This is basically the definition of cowardice in Britain. You know, if you really truly wanna see some cowardly actions, look no further than the police. They are just absolute cowards in the UK. Well done to them. It has taken quite some years to accomplish that level of cowardice. You know, they are absolutely right up there, and they've been cowards for such a long time. They genuinely don't know how to be or do anything else. Just cowards. That's it. That's all they are. Okay, NHS midwives told there is benefits to cousin marriage. The UK is a fallen country and has absolutely lost its mind. I absolutely agree. How do how does cousin marriage um benefit anyone, especially the child? We all know that if you have two similar bloodlines, it affects the child because they don't get two different bloodlines to sort of pick or inherit the best genes from. Um, yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. We learnt this so many hundreds of years ago, thousands, but yeah, maybe over 1,000 years ago. Yeah, perhaps. We kind of knew that there was that we shouldn't be inbreeding at all. I always thought that cousin marriages were just deemed as incest in Britain, and just outlawed. I thought they were just illegal, frankly, in Britain. And it was only when Labour came along, I think anyone, not just myself, but I think anyone sort of realised, is it not illegal? Really? Cousin marriage is not illegal in Britain? Oh, okay. I think that was the reaction of everyone. I know it was for me. I could not believe it. Um, but okay, if you say it's never been illegal in Britain, then I guess I have to believe you. Um, but I don't know. It's one of those things where maybe it has always been legal. And Keir Starmer brought so much to light when he came into power because he made it so obvious what he was like. I have to thank Keir Starmer in a way, for being an absolute failure. He has done one thing perfectly well as Prime Minister, and that is reveal what the government are like, reveal what he is like, and reveal what the police are like and have been like for many years now. That is the only thing Keir Starmer's done well. That's the only thing that his government has done well, is just reveal the hypocrisy in this country from the powers that be. And it's absolutely beautiful because he will pay for that, I believe, for the rest of his life. Sadiq Khan was booed by hundreds of supporters as cameras pan to Mayor of London at NBA game. I believe, I assume that this was in America. Was he in America? Trying to, I don't know, convince Americans? No, this was in London. Okay. Memphis Grizzlies. No, sorry, it was in America. It was the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Orlando Magic. The pre-recorded clip of the Mayor of London had a response of huge boos that echoed around the arena. He didn't return to the seat from which he was recorded waving after halftime. So did he run away again like a little bitch? That seems to be a common occurrence with Sadiq Khan, with Keir Starmer. Absolute cowards that just run away at the slightest bit of heckle or booze. They run away. They cannot take that they are disliked so much by not only the British but by many other countries as well. It's phenomenal. I didn't know that so many countries and so many people from other countries paid so much attention to British politics. I had no idea until Keir Starmer came into power. And then, you see other countries cheering, Keir Starmer's a wanker, and things like that. And you think, shit, man. Wow, I'm surprised you know that. But well done. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Ace. Okay, a Muslim in Switzerland destroys an outdoor chessboard as it's considered haram. So any kind of fun whatsoever, if you didn't know, board games, things like that, anything that's fun, that is haram. When the Muslim overlords gain control of Britain, you will be banned from playing any kind of board games, as well as music. By the way, music is haram as well, so you won't be able to listen to any music anymore. This live stream, I would have thought, would be banned under Islamic law, under Sharia law, because of the music that I have in the background. It's quiet, but it's there. Yeah, so I mean, again, this is nothing surprising. This is nothing that hasn't happened before. We've known for a long time about different things being destroyed, arenas, musical instruments, just things like that. Anything that the Muslims deem not okay in a Muslim's life, they will just go out and destroy it. They won't just say, okay, live and let live, live and let be. Nope, they'll just absolutely go out, smash it up, because it's what they're taught to do. It's what they have to do. And I'm sure they enjoy it, actually. I'm sure they enjoy just being dickheads. So there you go. Okay, so France erupts into chaos as Paris erupts into chaos, into war zone, following the victory of Senegal in a controversial African Cup final. Thousands of migrants took to the streets to cause havoc. So this is invaders that have had a football game. I assume it's football. Yeah, I assume it's football. It could be cricket or something, I guess. But anyway, the point of the matter is that they are Africans living in Paris, and because of what's happening back home, they are smashing up Paris. Brilliant, love it. Why do that in Paris? Why not go back to your own country and do that? Why make Paris a shithole because you're unhappy about something that's happening in your own country? Why not go back to that country and fix it, or vent your frustration there, rather than just basically being a twat and a dickhead in another person's country? I can answer that question, and that is because they don't have that logical thinking. They just react. They just smash it up and think that everyone loves it. I'm sorry to say, lads, that we actually don't. There you go. Locals in Northern Ireland burn down HMOs. The message is clear: no more migrants. Do you know what? I have to applaud. Let's give them an applause. The Irish for doing things like that. You know, I know that this has been happening for a long, long, long time, where a hotel or a house has been set aside for immigrants or invaders, and the Irish will just go there and burn it down. If you're not going to house an Irish person there, you're going to house no one there. Fuck off. And you know, I can't really say that I hope this is something that the British adapt, but well, you know. I just think it's such a fantastic way of dealing with it. You know, if they don't want these people there and the government aren't willing to listen, then yeah, again, what do you expect? The people will react, unless you're in Britain, because we don't do anything. Okay, Elon Musk offers Starlink to UK at cheaper rate than BT. I'm scrolling down on my mouse from my laptop, and it's going up. It's fantastic. I have to say, it's quite an accomplishment to actually operate this laptop. It really is. I feel like we've got a little bit of a rapport now, me and this laptop. It's like I know that when I scroll down, it's not going to go down. You know, anyone else using this laptop would say, "What the fuck is going on? This is shit." But me and this laptop, we know how each other thinks now, so I can adjust myself to fit, basically. Elon Musk has offered Starlink to the UK at a cheaper rate than BT. Thank God. Thank God. I don't think BT own any of the fiber optic lines, do they? I think private companies are actually paying to install these. I know that the BT, no matter what company you went with the cat cables, the copper cables, every company would pay line rental basically to BT, because BT owned all of that cable. They owned all of the lines, you know. However, BT, as I think, don't quote me on this, but I believe they have not invested in fiber optic as much as what they should have, and they're not getting it done as quickly as they should have. So it's been opened up to private companies to install the fiber optic cable, to own the fiber optic cable, basically. And yeah, you're going to find that BT is going to lose a hell of a lot of customers in the next upcoming years, because people are going to go with these private companies, because obviously they're going to get better Wi-Fi and speeds for their Wi-Fi. Now, I am actually a person, I can testify to this. I was with BT for a long time under their copper cables at my property, at a few of my properties actually. And yeah, I hated it. I genuinely hated it. I would not be able to live stream like this under BT's copper cables. I wouldn't. And then a private company picked up and got in touch with me and said, "Hey, you know, we have already installed the cables up to where your property is. If you come with us, we'll install it right up into the house, and you know, you'll have basically fiber all the way up to the house." And I said, "Yeah, absolutely. You know, let's do this. Let's get it on." And now it's happened through, like I said, several of the properties that I'm involved with, and so yeah. I just laugh at BT, because I pay nothing to BT now. As far as I know, the companies that I'm with pay absolutely nothing to BT, because they're private companies. They've installed the cables themselves, so BT can go fuck itself. Okay, we have, and by the way, Elon Musk, I'm sure that'll be exactly the same. I got a little bit off topic there, didn't I? But I'm sure it'll be exactly the same with Elon Musk. You know, if he offers Starlink to the UK at a cheaper rate than BT, then a lot of people are going to switch over to that, and BT again are just going to lose more and more revenue from more and more people as people switch off from them. Exactly the same as BBC, and they deserve it. They've had the monopoly for so long, and they've treated people like crap for so long, that they absolutely deserve people switching off from them and going with other companies. So, you're right, babe. It did say on air outside. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's just more people that are gonna just switch away from BT. They're gonna lose more and more customers as the years roll by. I genuinely hope BT just go bust. I genuinely do. I hope everyone switches off from them, like BBC, and I hope they just go bust. That'd make me very, very happy. I would laugh first, and then I would cheer. That is what I would do. It'd make me happy. Okay, isn't it remarkable that Al Jazeera is the only international outlet broadcasting live from Tehran, while the internet is down and there's barely any electricity? Could it have been anything to do with the fact that Al Jazeera keeps amplifying the regime's propaganda? Well, if you are a person that watches Al Jazeera, you're a fucking moron. You are an absolute idiot. You really are just an absolute fucking dense moron. There's no other way to word it. You're just an idiot. If you're watching Al Jazeera thinking, yeah, this is a good, genuine, legitimate news outlet, seriously, just give yourself a fucking CAT scan, you know, because you're not right in the head if you're getting your news from Al Jazeera. That is fact. That is fact right there. There's no other way to word it. There's no other way to say it. There's no other way that it can be interpreted. It is just a fact. If you get your news from Al Jazeera, you're a fucking moron. Do you know what? Just leave Britain if that's what you're into. So there is I'm see if the name hasn't popped up, but there is a Labour MP that has said that she's not happy with the X. So she said that she felt violated after AI image of her in a bikini. Oh, here it is. So it's Jess Asato. Said she also heard examples where bruises, blood, and even bullet holes can be placed on an AI image of women. That is horrible, isn't it? That is grotesque. That is disgusting. No women should ever have fake bruises, blood, even bullet holes put on them with AI. No one should. No man, no woman, no child. It should never, ever happen. By the way, I would just like to add that this woman, Jess Asato, she voted against the grooming gangs, right? So AI images, she considers considerably worse than a grooming gang taking a child, plying them with alcohol and drugs, holding them for days on end, and raping them repeatedly. You know, if one of those had to go in the world, if somebody said to me, right, one of these has got to go, grooming gangs or naughty AI images, I'm pretty sure I'd go with the AI images, you know. I don't think AI images are as bad as grooming gangs. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. I've gone through that news before. Keir Starmer. Oh, right. So Keir Starmer, if you haven't seen it, there is a video, several videos, I believe, of the police that are busing immigrants into an RAF base. They're busing immigrants into an RAF base, and they are literally there's about 7 buses. The police are out in front of it, just walking up the road in front of it, and they are not stopping for anyone. You know, there's a person. They're on a single lane road, and somebody in a car is coming the opposite way, and the police just continue, just like, yeah, go back, and they just don't care, you know. This is nothing new. Again, this is what I've said before. If you are a police officer in Britain, you are a prick, you are a dickhead. There is no other way to word it other than you are an absolute dickhead. You are a traitor to your country. You are all the worst things in life that there can be. You are as bad as the nonces that you protected, police. You are just awful, awful human beings. And you continue to protect them. So, you know, it's not like you've learned from the mistake and then, you know, moved on from it and, you know, try and make it right. No, you're carrying on doing the same things. You're carrying on working under Keir Starmer as his little rent boys that will do anything he asks. I put it to any police officer in Britain. If Keir Starmer called you to his office and said, "Get on your knees and show me how much you love me," hang on a second, let's do this properly.
If Keir Starmer called a police officer into his...
If Keir Starmer called a police officer into his office and said,
"Get down on your knees. Get down on your knees and show me how much you love me, Mr. Police Officer. Do it. Do it for Britain." Well, not for Britain, because as you know, I don't really like Britain. I prefer Davos. Do it for Davos.
Then I'm sure there's not one police officer in England that would turn him down. They would all just do it immediately, drop on their knees, just, you know. A 13-year-old Muslim boy in Germany says this is a land of infidels and they are obliged to take and welcome us Muslims because we are superior. Yes, that is what they believe. This is nothing new. Anyone that knows anything about this kind of stuff has been saying it for a very long time. But it is good to hear the Muslims actually admit it themselves, that they see themselves as superior and us as inferior. All those people out there that are saying, "Hey, I've got Muslim friends and they're great, I love them," they're lying to you. There's literally a word for it. I believe it's tarakia, takira, something like that. Look it up. Yeah, and they are lying to you until they get the majority. That's all that is. It's part of an infidel's handbook. Intifada handbook. It's part of the jihad handbook as well. They will lie to you until they get the majority. Then when you're in the minority, that's when shit gets real. And it's all the lefties that go first. It happened in Iran. It happened in many countries. And it will happen here. I'm absolutely sure of it. So yeah, if you're a lefty thinking, "I'll be nice to them, they won't hurt me," no, they hate you more than anyone, believe me, and you will be seen to first, just so you know. British police are now Somalians. There's a video of a Somalian who's in the police officer uniform and everything. Yeah, got to have good relations with them, haven't we? So just fast track them through any kind of training or anything like that. Get them out on the street as soon as possible so that they're seen. Whether they do a good job or not, whether they're corrupt or not, that doesn't matter. If they're seen, that's what matters, you know. The police want to be seen as inclusive. They want to be seen as caring. about the Somalians that are coming over illegally on the bus. Now they're becoming police officers. Fantastic. So pretty soon, you're going to have Somalians at the next march you go to, that will arrest you and tell you what you can and cannot do in your own country, even though they're an illegal evader. Fantastic. You gotta love Britain. Rule Britannia. Britannia rules the waves. No, it doesn't. No, absolutely not. We fell off a fucking mountain. Jesus. Okay. So we have beach huts with no electricity or running water will pay second home tax, council confirms. So where is this? This is Mudsford Sandbanks Beach Hut Association. Said that most owners were ordinary families. Those huts had been passed down from generation to generation. Yeah. And the authority has accused, is accused of using families as a cash cow after voting to charge owners up to £5,000 a year. £5,000 a year for one of those little beach hut pieces of crap that you get next to the beach, usually at the back of the beach. Who's paying that? Who's paying £5,000 a year for a little wooden hut, no electricity, no water, nothing in there? Who is paying £5,000 for that? That is incredible. If you're paying £5,000 for a beach hut, you genuinely have too much money. You should, I don't know, invest in something better than just a waste of time, waste of money beach hut. Jesus, £5,000. That is insane. Don't do it. Like the drugs, just say no, okay, to beach huts. Okay, so there is a video circulating currently of a Muslim on a bus, and he is trying to chat up a couple of young girls rather aggressively, rather violently. The girls reject him, and then he gets even more aggressive and violent and tells them that he will throw them off the bus, all because that they've rejected him. They've said no. So that's the way it works in England now. If you get hit on by a migrant or a Muslim and you say no, I'm not interested, they're going to attack you. So how long will it be? How long will it be before women start saying, do you know what? I'm not going out without a man present. And you may think that's really sad and that shouldn't happen in Britain. But again, that is part of Islam. So if that does start to happen, that plays, again, right into what they want. It plays right into the Islam handbook. And they will be over the moon about that. And any good news without your political bias, puppies or something? I've said it plenty of times before. If this isn't for you, then feel free to go away. You don't have to sit here listening to what I'm saying, getting mad and posting stupid little comments, little sarcastic, snarky comments. You can just go away. You can literally swipe up. It takes 1 second. Do that, you fucking gimp. Okay, so we have a video circulating at the moment of men from Birmingham in the 1940s marching to defend the country. 80 years on, the same city, and instead of men marching to save the country, we hang on a second, but it's fascinating, mate. Why so defensive? No, I'm not defensive. If it's just that if you're going to post shit, then just fuck off. You don't need to be here. I'm not saying to you, please be here. Just fuck off. But if you do want to sit here and listen to me and you find it fascinating, then shut the fuck up and listen, then, you prick. Men from Birmingham in 1940 marching to defend their country. It was a beautiful sight. But now, 8 years later, you have no whites posted around the country. Yeah. No whites posted around the country. That is how far we have fallen in Britain. I would say it's sad, but again, it's expected. So it's one of those things that you know, when push comes to shove, and you know, the Muslims make their move, the immigrants make their move, the invaders anyway make their move. I would love to see who is first on the planes out of Britain. Because you know it's going to be all the lefties that have been there with their signs, refugees welcome. Hang on.
Refugees welcome! Yeah! We love the refugees! Refugees welcome!
You know it's going to be them that leave the country first. They will absolutely fuck up the country, and then they will get the hell out of here. But it's basically fascinating because your entire worldview is just lies. Okay, tell me one thing I've lied about so far. So GB News has said tiptoeing around communities. Lawyer sparks Fari GB News row after claiming first cousin marriage ban is too far. But hang on, we had Keir Starmer saying cousin marriages were good for them. It was good for the children. We had Keir Starmer saying that midwives should be quiet about the So I've asked this guy on TikTok to give me an explanation, give me an example of something that I've lied about, and his response is that the voice you put on when hunting on Roblox for kids, mate? Do you see why? Do you see why I don't respond to the lefties? Do you see why? Thank you, sir. Thank you. You've done an absolutely fine job there at explaining why I don't respond to lefties, why I completely ignore lefties. Absolutely. Well done, by the way. Cheers. Thanks for that. And I'm going to go back to ignoring you. I was starting to forget then why I ignore lefties, but you've re-sparked that for me. Cheers. Local exposes the houses and thousands of pounds of goods that illegal migrants are receiving, funded by the taxpayer. Yeah, this is another video that's circulating of people now that are going into these HMOs, into the hotels, anywhere that they're being housed, and just looking at what they've got, and they seem to have a fuckload of stuff. There's been videos circulating of invaders that are getting bussed into town centres as well to do shopping and things like that, and they'll go out and they'll buy a nice Rolex, a nice watch and things like that. And we're paying for all of that, so good on them. Well, you lot are. I don't work anymore. I've chosen not to. I mean, I have depression among other things, and I'm a 2391 qualified electric technical engineer, NVQ level 3, so I could be out there earning some good money. Absolutely not under Keir Starmer. Absolutely not. I will not pay for invaders in this country. Nope. Okay, we've got so we have a Vauxhall. Hang on a second, it's just loading. Come on, you silly thing. Come on, little pup. Go on. Okay, Vauxhall owner executive claims that nobody really wants electric cars. Again, it's about time that somebody was honest about this. The only people buying electric cars, again, are morons that don't understand how damaging to the environment it is. Seriously, it's so bad. It used to be when electric cars first came out, they were all the materials and everything. They were all obtained through good routes, so to speak. They were sourced by people. I think usually in Australia, that they would get a good wage and so forth and so forth. And it was known that if you crashed an electric car under 60,000 miles, that is more damaging to the environment than if you had an internal combustion engine car, because of all the battery and all the everything that it makes takes to make that car. So anything under 60,000 miles, if you crash an electric car, anything under 60,000 miles, you've made more of an impact on the planet than if you'd bought an internal combustion engine. Now, because they're trying to make these electric cars cheaper, most of them, they source their batteries and things like that, and the chemicals and everything that they need to make these batteries. They source them from I think it's Thailand. It's definitely yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Thailand. I'm pretty sure it's Thailand. But anyway, because of the chemicals and because it's so bad, these factories that are just spewing out loads of crap, and because they have no general kind of health and safety regulations or anything like that, now no matter how far you drive the car and crash it or anything, just electric cars are worse for the environment than internal combustion engine cars. It's hilarious. Especially these Chinese brands, because they don't give a shit about environmental impact. All they care about is that the dumb Westerners are buying these cars, so they'll provide them. They don't give a shit. It's so funny. It's genuinely funny. Yeah, so all these Chinese brands and everything, even the European ones, they get all of their lithium ion and everything from like Thailand and places like that. Because it's cheaper. They're trying to bring down the price of the electric car industry, and it's just so much worse for the environment. It's so funny. But honestly, try telling somebody that with an electric car. They will fight to. They would argue to the death. No, it's not. Hang on.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's so much better. It's better for the environment.
So funny. By the way, the guy on TikTok that made me remember why I don't talk to these dumb cunt lefties. He's having a little meltdown here. It's great. He's having a little meltdown. No, he's not. No, he definitely drives an electric car. Oh, what a twat. No, it's not. Right. By the way, if you don't believe me about that, there was an Australian show. What's it called? It's a popular Australian news outlet. I think it's called like Active 7 or something like that, or News 7 or something. Anyway, they did a whole documentary on it. So feel free to go and look that up. It's fascinating. And yeah, electric cars are just so much worse for the environment overall. There you go. Good stuff. Adam Brooks, we've got 1.3 foreign nationals on universal credit. That's 12 billion a year. Brilliant. We love it. We let more of them in. Let more of them in. That's what the lefties are saying, isn't it? Yes, we want more. We want more because we can afford it. No one pays for illegal immigrants. They're here and they just live for free. That's the way it works. No, what is it they say? No one's an immigrant because the world's a free place. Everyone has a right to be anywhere. These people are fleeing persecution and wars. Yeah, they fucking are, aren't they? Okay. Meanwhile, police officers are trying to police banter in the streets. So a man says to the officer when she asks him where he knows her from, maybe OnlyFans. And the police immediately turned around and gave him a great big grilling on what's acceptable and what's not acceptable to say, because they have no sense of humor, and they would rather be doing that than actually solving any crime. Again, if you haven't got it through your heads yet that the police are fucking useless, there's something wrong with you, genuinely. He's still going. I love it. Okay, so London, 2 migrants from Iraq boarded a bus and began shouting in Arabic, deliberately intimidating passengers, joking about carrying out a terror attack. They were arrested after police bought a big dog, apparently more frightening to them than the idea of detention. Now, I guarantee you, they will be out on the street immediately. They will be arrested, given a lift back to their hotel, and that'll be it. No further action. NFA, as they call it. Yeah, that's all that will happen. That's it. Until they actually commit a crime, the police won't. They won't take that as incitement or anything like that. They won't take their word for it that they're going to carry out a terror attack. No, we'll just wait for it to happen. That is Britain, and we love it. Next, they'll be teaching. You do realise I'm not an idiot, don't you? I know that numbers are Arabic numerals, you fucking mincer. That's such an old joke, and you really are just a twat. You really are. Yeah. All right. Welsh village erupts in fury over plans to house 70 asylum seekers in a former care home as 500 locals queue up to protest. Beautiful. Well done to them. Absolutely beautiful. Well done to the Welsh village there. It doesn't say where it is. It just says a Welsh village. They probably haven't listed where it actually is because they don't want further people joining that protest. Joining that protest from outside of the village. As we all know, they try and sort of keep these things hush hush and keep them down. Okay, so there's a woman in England who has said that she believes her house could collapse, and that she just wants to get out. So she's from Nottingham. Mother of 2 fears her house may collapse due to subsidence. Despite numerous complaints to Nottingham County Council, she's been in there for 8 years. So of course she's British. If this was an invader, sorted out immediately. Bosh, done. But because she's British, no, absolutely nothing done. She's tried to do her own repairs because it's that bad, and constant complaints to the council. Her house is crumbling around her, and it does show. See if I can have a look at all 3 images. There is an image that I can see straight off the bat, and yeah, she's just standing in front of a wall that is just crumbling. It just looks shit. I can't look at the rest of the house. I can't say whether it genuinely is a danger or anything. You can only assume it is by what she's said. Just trying to get a little bit more information here. The council has apologized, but they've literally done nothing. Kelly Ballouse, 38, lives in Lenton Abbey with her 2 children aged 12 and 8. Although she has been in constant contact with Nottingham Council, they've literally done nothing. Well done to Nottingham Council, because it's a white woman, because she's British, just nothing. Just, live with it. But there you go. Rachel Reeves issued urgent warning as 2,000 local pubs and restaurants face closures across April. That's what they want, because the Labour government are appeasing their Muslim overlords, and the Muslims do believe that they are the Muslim overlords. That's what they want. They want these pubs to close. They want these restaurants to close. And then what they will do is they will open halal meat restaurants. They will open, Turkish restaurants and Egyptian restaurants and Pakistani restaurants and all that crap. And yeah, that's exactly what they want. It plays into their hands. I mean, the UK government, they are scum, make no mistake about that, as well as the police, obviously, as you know, but they're not stupid. So all these things that they're doing currently, it's not random, it's not for no reason. They're doing it because it gets them closer to their goal that they want to accomplish. And so, closing down pubs, closing down restaurants that don't sell halal meat, yeah, absolutely. That is, yeah. There you go. Chinese scientists have achieved a significant breakthrough in nuclear fusion by surpassing the plasma density limit in their experimental reactor. So this is about China again. They don't give a shit about the environment or anything like that, do they? So they're probably doing things in China that we are restricted on doing in Europe and probably the Western world, because it requires a large amount of power and things like that to get a nuclear fusion, a nuclear reactor or anything to test it, but the artificial sun, it's been called, is what's that? The artificial sun using plasma wall self-organization suggests the practical pathway for scalable fusion energy. I mean, if they actually get it done, then well done to them, because it will give us energy, basically. But the main thing, that if they do get that done, if they do actually build a sun-like artificial sun that we can extract energy from, to power, homes and cities and towns and blah, 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 whatever, electric cars and stuff, then the best thing about that is it will make everything, all these windmills, all these solar farms and everything, it will make all of them immediately redundant. And everything we've done as a country, under Ed Miliband, Incest Ed, as I like to call him, it will all be for nothing. It will be an absolute waste of time and a waste of money, and it will be hilarious. Galactic Resource Utilization Space plans to build a lunar hotel by 2032. Brilliant. Aiming to facilitate space tourism and eventual colonization of the moon and Mars. Lovely. The inflatable The inflatable structure will host 4 guests for 5 nights, with future plans for larger material-based lunar habitats. Inflatable. You want to put people on the moon in an inflatable habitat? Fuck that. Hell no. No, that is absolutely not happening. If somebody, I quite like the sound of that at the beginning. If somebody was saying to me, do you wanna, have a holiday on the moon? Yeah, right. You've got a resource utilization space plan Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm up for that. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll definitely. I'll be up for that. You know, this dwelling can facilitate space tourism and the eventual colonization of the moon and Mars. Oh, yeah, all right. I'm going to stay in that. Thanks. I'd love to. I'd love to. That sounds lovely. By the way, it's inflatable. Fuck off. No. No. I'm not getting in it. No. 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 But I mean, in this crazy world, it'll be something that will be really successful and everything, won't it? And you will, like, in a few years, you'll get people just living on the moon, in inflatable environments, and that will be the road we will go down. Absolutely insane, but at the same time, fuck it. You have to be insane to do something like that, and just think, fuck it. You know, if I die, I die, and that's that. Oh well, we're going to end it there. Thank you for everyone that has joined today, and thank you for everyone that is going to watch this later on in the day, when you finish work, when you finish banging the missus, I don't know, when you finish doing whatever the hell it is you're doing, which is why you weren't watching me. But thanks for watching later. Have a good rest of the day, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon. Have a good everything. Be well. And if you can't be well, then just fuck someone else's shit up as well to make them feel as crap as you are, yeah? Cheers.